Oh, hi there, I'm Dan Amrick. I'm the community manager for Activision, known as One of Swords, and this is One of Swords TV, where I try to answer one of the questions that you guys write into me at youtube@oneofswords.com. That's where to go, and I do my best to try to get through the things that I know the answers to, or that I can reasonably guess the answers to, without getting in huge trouble. This week's question comes from Joey Perkins. Hi, Joey. He says, hi, Dan. My first question may be one you cannot answer, and if that's the case, skip to my second question. It's about the Wii U's eShop. I've noticed that other publishers such as Ubisoft, EA, and Capcom offer their games via the eShop, but I have yet to see an Activision game offered on this service. What would the process be that Activision would need to do to get some of their titles placed onto the eShop, and is this done by the publisher or Nintendo themselves? Now perhaps the easier question, what do you think of Rocksmith's approach to the music game genre, and do you think it will help its players learn to play the instruments? Two very different questions, Joey, but since I can only half answer the first one, as you can imagine, I'll do both. So Activision has a department for digital distribution, right? I'm friends with them. I talk to them a lot. They help me out. They let me know when sales are coming up, things like that. So there's definitely a process for Activision getting its content into digital marketplaces, including PlayStation Network, Xbox Live Marketplace, Steam, and of course Wii eShop. You are right that there is no content from Activision in the eShop. When I've asked, I have not been able to get a good answer. There's also no DLC. So, ask any Black Ops 2 owner on Wii. They're desperate for this DLC, but the DLC simply has never been released. Last time I heard, Activision and Nintendo were sitting down and talking about it. That was official. There's a news story out there that says, we're discussing things. So I have to assume that either this discussion has stalled or this discussion is ongoing, and there's some sticking point. Because, it doesn't make sense to you, it doesn't make sense to me, we're gamers, fine. But there's gotta be a reason, and I'm just sort of trusting, okay, there's a reason, and I'm hoping that that'll be worked out. So someday we might wake up and say, hey, look, everything's working out now. But for now, yeah, there's no content there. It's not that Activision doesn't have the process. I really believe that Activision is probably still part of the process, and there's something wrong with the process. Somebody isn't happy. There's terms that somebody doesn't like. I don't know who's to blame. I don't know if it's both people, whatever. But yeah, it's possible that stuff could show up on the eShop, but right now it's not, and I don't have any definitive reason for why not, which I take as a positive sign because maybe it's still ongoing. The second question, what do you think of Rocksmith's approach to the music game genre? Okay, I'm a big nerd. I'm sure if you've seen previous videos, I'm a big guitar nerd, and I keep a guitar here in my office. It's out of frame right now. I'll go grab it and prove it. But yeah, I'm a big fan of anything that gives people the chance to play guitar, learn how to play guitar, real guitar. That said, I also loved playing Guitar Hero. I never was one of those people that felt like, why are you wasting all your time on Guitar Hero? You should just play a real guitar. Well, they're very different experiences. They're both really fun, but some people don't want to learn how to play real guitar. So when Rocksmith came out and said, look, you can just plug your actual guitar in with a cable, I thought that was pretty cool. I bought Rocksmith. I bought a lot of DLC for Rocksmith. I'm not altogether thrilled with the way that, they use tablature, which is a standard way to read music, and then they sort of mixed it with the highway that comes towards you from the Rock Band and Guitar Hero series. I would have just preferred the tab going by. It's like, let me read music, let me read guitar music the way that, standard musicians read standard notation. I've never seen a symphony orchestra that had to have the notes flow at them. Do you know what I mean? So, I like Rocksmith. That's one of the things that I'm curious to see whether the 2014 edition will have something that lets you turn off the notes coming from space and maybe just lets you read it like standard tablature. There's another game coming out that I got to play at PAX this week called Bandfuse. Rock Legends, I think, is the subtitle, and that actually does work with standard tab notation going by. And I found that very comfortable as someone who plays real guitar. So, yes, if you are a novice at guitar, I do think Rocksmith can help. I have friends who have been playing Rocksmith, and they have been teaching themselves how to play guitar, and they find it very rewarding and very satisfying. So if you're a stone-cold newbie, yeah, try Rocksmith. I think it's worth it. And you might also look into Bandfuse when it comes out a little bit later this year. But I'm a big fan of seeing people learn how to play real guitar in a fun game way. Why not? So hopefully that answers or semi-answers your questions. If you have a question, write to YouTube at oneofswords.com. Do my best to do it on future episodes. And, of course, everything that I do is over at oneofswords.com. Feel free to check that out for podcasts and news and contests and all that kind of stuff. Thanks for watching. See you later.